In a village in Bhutan, the sounds of prayers and rituals fill the moonlit air of a two-storied building. The prayers invoke blessings from the benevolent spirits. The fire mask dances chase away the evil spirits. These calls to the divine are to sanctify the building. Tomorrow, this very building will house the birth of something that has never happened before in this small Himalayan country. On the morning of May 26, 2010, Ura villagers gathered to partake in the beginning of a new movement towards rural development and prosperity. On this day, the building consecrated the night before opened as the first community-owned library in the country and the second public library nationwide.
독자칸나라 메리기고 담바 같이 우라 교육나로 고치 남바 제미딜로 때 같이 우라 교육이 미세 용기 카둘레 때 같이 되지 교화장이 가지장이세 쉬니.
The library was set up in collaboration with Read Bhutan, an NGO which helps build, stock and sustain community libraries with the vision that reading and other educational activities can empower and inspire rural communities. On entering the library for the first time, Ura villagers discovered more than just books. It is also stocked with computers, a TV center, and other training and educational materials. And the library will also host trainings, workshops, and other community programs. In effect, it is a full community resource center and a much-needed platform for change in the community. Ura represents many villages and small towns around the country, rural communities on a sometimes shaky path to modernization, where youth flock to the urban centers and grapple with unemployment and overpopulation, where older generations are mostly illiterate, where reading is not a habit, and even if it was, it could not be nurtured for a lack of local facilities. Now with the community library and resource center in the area, Ura villagers have local and easy access to tools of empowerment, books, information, training, and exposure. And the community library and resource center is just part of Read Bhutan's development model to make rural communities thrive. Along with the educational and community development, Read also incorporates economic development. They provide seed money to start a viable business in the same community. The business utilizes local skills and resources, and the profit generated is used to sustain the library and resource center. This three-pronged model to make rural communities viable places to live and learn is not implemented wherever Read Bhutan chooses. Community initiative and responsibility is essential to the model.
Read Bhutan, we approach all communities and we advocate and inform about a model, and the community themselves have to recognize and figure out that what their needs are and what they want to be fulfilled in the community, what lacks in the community. And it's up to the community to form a committee and then approach Read Bhutan with their commitment and their plans and goals. The Ura community was the first one who took that initiative, gave us a very strong proposal.
Representing 50 households in Ura, there are 17 members on the Library Management Committee. all stepped forward on a voluntary basis and all underwent a library management training for 2 weeks before the opening. Made up of students, school dropouts, businessmen, farmers, and housewives, the committee oversees the running of the library and resource center and the hiring of the library staff. They are also responsible for soliciting business ideas from the community for the business venture. For an increased sense of community ownership, Read Bhutan also requires that the community contributes 10 to 15% of the initial budget for the library and resource center. The contribution can be in cash or kind. In Ura, the community offered the building for the library.
We want the community to understand that it is not our library, but it is their library, and is in the hands of them to see how it goes in the future.
Magi shibda thom gaya medi bero dari jilmi ge dang su jibe cha shugu medi khong maongbalo alo disgi benlo pento bomje onme noi reoda melami shimil.
Today, a new ray of light shines on this building in Ura, a ray of educational and economic pursuit for everyone, and a ray of community hope.